Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Ooh, this look like a lot of hair. Hi, everybody. This is Shanice Gay with Ali. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? It's been real. I don't hardly come on, but I got some exciting news that I want to share with everyone. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello. Some excited news. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up again. Okay. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing out there? So my excited news. I was waiting for someone to click on, but it's okay. People will see it later. So my excited news, and I see that a few people said congratulations. That's awesome. Woohoo! But I wanted to come on really fast because you know me. I don't like to really do this Facebook stuff. I will come on, jump on, and jump off. But anywho, the other day, a couple of years ago, let me just break down some stuff. A couple of years ago, we'll be in 2025. So 2023, I graduated with my master's in business. Yay! With the help of my husband. Yay! He helped me with school. So I graduated and I am alumni with my school. So the other day, my school had a meeting, emergency meeting, basically. So I was online and, they was just talking about the funding and how things is getting shut down and this and this and that. So I graduated at MCNY. For those who would like to go back to school, they have an awesome business course, and they also have NPA for profit business and a few other things, some great stuff, right? So I was like, let me see what's going on with my school. Let me see if I could get back into the network family, because I don't know if people know, but I am not working. I have not worked since March is my last time. March 9th, I think, was the last month and day that I have worked at my job. And it was not from me. I did not get fired. I got laid off. They was revamping and they was doing some other stuff. So a few of us got laid off, which is fine, right? Okay. Because now it gave me the opportunity to do a little bit more stuff for myself and give me a little break. So I've been in the human service fields for a very long time. A very, very long time. And then I started that back when I was in my 20s. And then I stopped working with Project Return. Let me just be honest and be frank. I was working with Project Return on the east side, Esperanza. And I was they call it the RA now, but for me at that time, I was the house manager. So I basically made sure that the house was ran a certain way. And it was a lot of work. Met different people in the world, lifestyle, and on substance, or some who been incarcerated and just needed a place to stay or whatever have you. So that was in my 20s. Then my attitude was really, really bad. Gosh, my attitude was really, really bad. And got into a couple of things, and one time I wanted to get into something with what was she? The secretary? So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. So I left Project Return, and then I started working with American Museum of Natural History. So I did that for 12 years as a custodial worker. Let me tell y'all something. Custodial is not bad, right? But when you and with custodial, you're able to make extra money, you're able to make overtime, you're able to do a whole bunch of stuff. So it was cool. And what I did was I went back to school and got my GED, my associate's degree, as well as my bachelor's degree at Toro College. So I'm giving y'all the rundown of me. So here we go. So now I was like, okay, so I have these degrees. What am I going to do? So I went back into the human service field. I worked with families. I worked with, basically majority of them was families. So that's from 20. I left. Then I started working with American Museum of Natural History for 12 years. Got a great pension. Money was looking right. And then after that, about 2019 or 2020, I got back into the human service field, and I've been doing that. Well, I was working at my job for like 5 years. So, anywho, to say that I don't want to go back into that particular position again, because working in the field, working with people who you are doing more of the work than they are, it's challenging, right? But it's also rewarding, right? Because then it's like you're bringing your expertise to people who either one or two things, want it and accept it, or they don't want it and you get burnt out, right? So the little break that I received from the human service field that I'm going through right now, I was always busy. I was always doing other stuff. Either I always worked a second job, or I went back to school. And this time I went back to school for my business. I have the nonprofit, We Are Phenomenal Women. And for those who don't know, We Are Phenomenal Women is an organization that go out to the community and talk about domestic violence, right? Okay. Then, always had that since 2017. I would do events from here to there, support groups, talk to people without other people knowing. And then, of course, I have my own little situations that I have gone through, and worked on myself, right? Going through therapy and all this other stuff. So now, since I'm not working, right, I am here collecting unemployment, right? I'm being transparent, 100%. And my school, like I said, just had this, they had this emergency meeting, and I attended. So just the other day, I was like, let me see what my school's up to, MCNY. Let me see. So I go on, and I'm like, they have a grant writing and strategic planning program. Now, I did learn these things in school while I was getting my master's in business. However, when you are in school and you're taking up classes, if you're not applying these things on a regular basis, guess what's always good for you to do? Go back to school, get some more training, so on and so on. So grant writing isn't my thing, but my husband and I had done grant before, previous a couple of years back for We Are Phenomenal Woman, and we won 3. He will always write the stuff up, and I will always be the budgeter, right? So we worked as a team, and we won those grants. One of the grants was from Gail Brewer, which is the Manhattan Borough president at that time, and 2 of the grants were from Citizen Committee. Now, right now, like I said, let me go forward. I said, they have a grant writing strategic planning program. So I was like, let me see what this thing is about. So I went online and they asked for an essay. So I sent them my essay, sat on it. It was like, okay, cool. They wanted 350 words. And of course, I have so many things already in place that I already use for other things. I put all that stuff together and was truthful, right? And sent it to MCNY. So I just received a email from the school, and I will show it to you guys. Oops. And it says, congratulations, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh. I was so excited, so happy. And I put it up on Facebook, right? So, which was the letter? I put it up on Facebook. So I see a lot of people's like, congratulations, yay, knew something was coming up. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now, I don't know if y'all saw just a minute ago, it says complete your payment. Now, I sent the essay so I could win a scholarship. So they sent me a code for the scholarship. So what I did was I clicked where it says complete your payment. I clicked it. Ooh. Then it said $15.99. I said, oh my God, what? So, but then when I continue to read, it says the promo code. Boom. So I went to the promo code, highlighted, is already highlighted, and I cut, copy, paste, and all that good stuff. And it came down to $11.99. So I'm like, oh, sheesh. So now it's like, okay, Shanice, how are we going to do that and get these coins rolling for September? So if anybody have any suggestions on how can I get up at least 5, right? Because the other 7 I can do. But at least the 5, just to get me into these classes, would be great. Because the reason why I chose this course is because, one, maybe I don't necessarily have to go back into the human service fields. Actually, I don't want to say at the bottom. Being the front person, right? I don't, because, child. But maybe I can be up at the suite, or, right? Or, here's the or, other people who are looking for somebody to write their grant, maybe I can help them with that, whatever the case might be. So it's different options I can do now instead of me limiting myself. And then also, of course, I could be writing my own grants for my own nonprofit, right? Or build a team. So it's different ways that this can play out for me. So I'm I'm asking everybody if you have any suggestions on how I can raise this $500. Like I said, it's $11.99. The $700 I can do, but the $500 is like, and they want that like ASAP in order for me to get through the door. So, yeah, I'm like, if I could get 20 people to just donate $25, that would be great. 20 people to just donate $25. Use that as a tax write-off. I would give you my 501c3 information. I don't care, but if I could get 20 people. But also, I did not mention this. So in October, We Are Phenomenal Woman is having a big event, where is October 4th, we are having a King and Queen event that I will be talking and speaking to the honorees and things of that nature. People could come out. I am looking for vendors as well. And that date will be October 4th. Well, let me just not put a date on there. Let me just make sure, but October for sure. And, yeah, I will be honoring, some people that I see in the community as doing the great work. Like, that's how I want to give back, so that's another movement that I'm working on as well. So if anybody have any suggestions on how I can raise $500, 500, for me to get into this school, to get my grant writing course or certificate, I will be grateful for that. I have the 700. Well, not actually right now, but the 500 is going to get me through the door to start the classes. It's a 7-week program. And, if I need to raise this money by selling cakes, let me know. What do I need to do? I need your help. I have books, I hate to sound like I'm, fiending, but it's something that will benefit me and maybe benefit the next person who is looking for a grant writer. So you will be investing into something great, So that's all I have to say. Thank you to everybody who basically gave me the shout out. I appreciate you, and we will talk soon. Peace.